Welcome everyone and thanks for joining me for today's introduction to SPC's brand new one-page mobile SEO ready WordPress website version 4.0. I'd like to ask a few questions before we start in order for you to candidly evaluate your current website. Is your website delivering its maximum marketing potential today, or is it just a stale brochure badly in need of updating? Is it difficult and time-consuming to make changes to your website to keep it updated and engaging? Does your website reflect each and every one of your products, services, and solutions? Is your website SEO ready, simple and easy to optimize? And does it improve site rank organically? Does your website scale for mobile devices? Very important in today's marketing approaches. And finally, is your website a strategic part of your overall marketing and lead generation strategy? In order for many of you to register for today's microcast, we've asked you to grade your website over at websitegrader.com. As a result, 68% of this microcast registrants averaged a website grader score of less than 40, and 62% of these averaged a score of less than 20. Obviously, these websites aren't doing a good job of helping promote our brand, generate leads, and generate interest and curiosity in our target audience. The last question I'll ask before we get into a demo is, how long has your site been up? I'm glad to say that our new WordPress website 4.0 on launch with no customization, no SEO optimization, no social media integration solely for demo purposes, out of the box scored an 80 on Website Grader. This is an amazing score and typically is achieved only by websites that have been up for a while with a savvy webmaster that continually optimizes the site to achieve such a great result. Now, we've also got Google PageSpeed ranking here, 79 out of 100 for mobile on the left and 80 out of 100 for desktop. And in the middle, we did a mobile performance test on the website, emulating an iPhone 6 Plus rendering speed, and the average load time for our new website is less than 2 seconds, 1.99 seconds. This is a fantastic outcome for a site that isn't even optimized. We've solely put it up for demo purposes. So this is an incredible opportunity for you to easily move from a site that may be underperforming, that isn't updated, and maybe you just don't have time to write all of the pages and the blog posts and things like that. We've taken care of all of that for you, as well as provided a cutting edge one-page website that's SEO ready and mobile optimized. So without further ado, let me jump right into the demo of the site so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. All right, this is the home page of the site, and you'll see that we have very nice images going across each of the main pages of the site. We talk about managed services, IT security, mobility services, the cloud, etc. As we scroll down the home page, what you'll find is we've taken the most requested services and solutions by small and medium business today, and we featured them on the home page. Again, this is a combination one-page website where you scroll and see everything on one page, but it also has some navigation here at the top that take you deeper into the site. So it's really the best of both worlds. It helps us really maximize our SEO opportunities and allows us to create almost 40 pages of content. I guess it is 40 pages of solution and service-specific content, including the home page for each and every one of your services. And if you'll look, let's see if I can point it out here. So here in the cloud solutions, it's optimized geographically for your location. So that helps us increase page rank for your geographic location. So you see it says here in your city, your state. So imagine if this said, stop paying the high cost of traditional software in Los Angeles, California, for instance, right? So we're keying off of cloud solutions for Los Angeles, California, and we're geographically optimizing the SEO. And you'll see this throughout the site itself. Here's another one under mobility solutions in your city, your state. Okay. As we scroll down, we're offering a free network analysis, always a great opportunity to help market and get us in the door to set an appointment to do a free network analysis and a security assessment. Security being the #1 concern of small and medium businesses today. So when we click this schedule your free assessment here, it takes us to the page where they can schedule that assessment. Now you'll see here there's some builds on the page, and we've taken great pain to reduce the page load time of the site. We understand that we only have a few seconds to capture someone's interest and attention. So as you see me scroll, you'll see things start to build as I scroll. That's intentional to keep the page load speed down. So some of our services here, we've got some key vertical specific solutions. We got managed IT services, healthcare IT services, engineering IT services, manufacturing, accounting, and legal IT services. And again, each of these pages is already written for you, and it's geographically optimized for SEO. You'll see your city, your state here. So you can put in, if you service multiple cities or multiple counties and things like that, easy to incorporate this during our onboarding process, which really only takes 10 minutes. So here, the next section you'll see here is a nice visual feature that allows you to put in your client's testimonials with a little image. So we always recommend using images if you can. Some of our partners ask, well, can we put logos in instead of photographs? I would advise against that. There's a spot at the bottom of the page to put your company, your client's logos at the bottom. But as human beings, we're attracted to other human beings. That's just the way we're wired. So if you can get actual photos of your clients along with a testimonial here, that's what I would recommend. And if you can't get a photo very easily, I say go with a stock photo, use the testimonials until you can replace those with a real photo of your client. So you see we've got a couple of little widgets here that are kind of cool. Talks about expertise in cloud, security, unified communications, mobility, voice over IP, IP video surveillance, high-speed internet, disaster recovery. These are all easily customizable by you once you receive your site, but it comes pre-built with all of this content so that you can get it up and get it up quickly to begin leveraging all of the mobile and SEO features of the site. We also write 40 blog posts for you, and those are also keyword optimized geographically for you. And all you've got to do is schedule those. And so on the demo site, I just have 2 examples of 2 blogs, and these are written to attract your target audience. Okay. And then you also tie it to your Twitter feed here. So here I've got it tied to my Twitter feed just to show what that would look like. And I strongly encourage you to schedule your blog posts from the 40 that we've written. And if you post a blog post every other week, you've got 80 weeks of blog posts here. If you do one once a month, you've got tons of posts here. So there's a lot to get you started. Even if you're not very handy at writing blog posts, reach out to me, send me an email, and I will introduce you to a few resources that we use, that we vetted, that can continue providing you additional blog posts beyond the 40 that we provide for you. And I also strongly encourage you to link your Twitter feed. Now what this does is it creates the need for search engines to index your site more frequently. The more that something changes on your site, the more that they will index the site. Now, if you've got a website that's been up for a couple of years and you haven't really changed anything on it, I would imagine that those web search engines aren't indexing your site very frequently. They may be waiting 12 months to index the site, frankly. So the more that something changes, the more they are triggered to index your site. So here in the footer, you'll see what I was talking about. Here are some representative client company logos. We're again offering that free network analysis and security assessment here at the bottom left, and they can click there to schedule that. And then there's also a link to the IT Solutions main page here. At the bottom, your company information, phone number, etc. So jumping back up to the top, let me just describe the navigation here. So this is the home page. It is a one-page site, and it looks fantastic on a mobile device. I will emulate a smartphone in a few minutes during this demo so you can get an idea of how this looks. And as you all know, more than 50% of your target audience today is using mobile devices to browse the internet. No longer are we tethered to our desktops. We are getting email messages, marketing messages on the fly, and we're opening those up and we're clicking over to websites. And if those websites are not mobile friendly, we tend to bounce right out of them. So I'll show you how that looks in a minute. Going back to the navigation here, we have IT Solutions, and we've got a whole list of solutions already pre-written for you. We'll jump there in a second. Business IT solutions are more vertical specific messages, and again, all SEO optimized to your geographic location. There's an About Us page. Why do we have an About Us page? I strongly encourage us all to have an About Us page that talks not only about our mission, vision, and values, but also gives us the opportunity to highlight the members of our team, right? So as managed service providers or cloud service providers, we may not have the opportunity for all of our clients to engage personally, in person, with all of our technicians and engineers and customer service folks and everything else. And so it's nice to have a page where you've got a photograph, a short bio, etc. You can also put up a page just about your staff if you like as well. But I think it works very, very well combined in the About Us page. Then we also have a store. Now this is a WooCommerce plugin that comes with the site, and again, I really encourage us to have a storefront because it's just another reason for a prospect or a client to engage with our website. If a client wants to order another laptop or they have a new user that's being hired, create a bundle for a new user, whether that includes a desktop and a VoIP phone or a desktop and a laptop or a smartphone, whatever that is. Create that, and then also give your clients the ability to purchase monitors and keyboards and mice and consumables like toner and things like that. So it's not tying up your sales professionals, account executives' time, or your own time if you're the one taking all these calls and just fulfilling orders. Point them to the store page and let them purchase on their own. And now you're really maximizing your margins where, product sales, as we know, over the last 10, 15 years, the margins have kind of dropped. Well, guess what? The more that you have to pay personal attention, or one of your staff has to pay personal attention to fulfilling these orders, the more those margins erode, right? The blog page is where you'll see all of your blog posts. And we've also created integration. Whenever you post a blog, you can tie that into your Twitter feed so that you're broadcasting that, right? So post a blog post and tweet that it's posted, and then drive everyone back to your page. And then finally, there's a contact us page here, and that really allows folks to find you. There's a nice Google Maps API integration that I'll show you to make sure that your prospects and clients know where your offices are. So here's the IT Solutions page, and if you look along the left here under our solutions, you can get an idea of the tremendous quantity of solutions that we've already written content for, okay? And another thing I'd like to bring your attention to here is on the right side of every interior page, above the fold, is a way for someone to contact you. Again, encouraging them to contact you about the particular product, service, or solution that they're reading about on that page. So this is the the primary page for IT solutions. Let's take a look at one of the actual solution pages themselves. And I've got cloud computing. And I've saved these tabs up here so it saves some load time here during the demo. So here's our cloud solutions page. And again, talks about what those solutions are. It generates interest and curiosity with your target audience, and again allows them to engage with you about that particular solution. Okay, so let's take a look at the business IT solutions. I mentioned a moment ago that the business IT solutions page and those individual solutions pages are more vertical specific, right? So that's what these are. Here's the landing page for business IT solutions. And then over on the left, we've got accounting, engineering, healthcare, legal, manufacturing. We talk about our NOC, we talk about network monitoring and vendor management. These are things that span across verticals, no matter what solution we're offering. So let's jump over into the healthcare IT or the healthcare technology solutions page. It talks about HIPAA and high-tech compliant services. It's got all the correct buzzwords. Again, here you see another indication of that geographically optimized SEO for you, right? And the contact page or the contact form here on the right. Very easy for your clients to navigate, very easy for them to engage with you. Here's the store page, and as I mentioned, these are just some examples of, let me see if I can refresh that. That's what happens when you're doing a live demo and the pages. That's why I save these tabs. Let's see if I can get these images to show up a little bit better. But anyway, you get the idea here. You want to have all of your products and consumables here so that if someone wants to purchase something, they can. And then you can also create sales and things like that and put these things on sale. You can add them to your cart and then they can check out. It's very, very convenient. Okay. Let's take a look at the About Us page. Here's a nice little widget again that just kind of gives us a little visual cue. We talk about our mission and vision here, our team, right? And this obviously is something that you will write. So take your mission and vision. Talk about your staff, and you even have the ability to link over to their social and their email accounts if you like. If you don't, you can leave that out. But again, it gives you a really good idea of how to leverage your staff and their qualifications to help create more interest and curiosity and to speed the sales process, candidly. And then at the bottom, we have just another contact page here at the bottom, not as critical on the About Us page. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's the blog page, and basically the blogs are already pre-written for you. And here's just a couple of examples here, and then we can click Read More, and then we can get to the meat and potatoes of the blog. And where we can, we do what's called deep linking. So we try to link back into the site itself, or we're using again geo-optimized keywords in the blog post to drive people for those solutions in your specific area. Managed IT services in Los Angeles, California, in Orange County, California, etc. Okay. All right. So, and finally, the contact page. Now this is great. Lets people know where you are. There's a little bit of work you have to do. Google's made a little bit of a change in their API. It used to be you could just put in an address in this widget and it would just show up. Now they want you to actually create an API key. And it's real simple. We give you the instructions on how to do that. And that's something that you have to do yourself. We can't do it for you because it asks for proprietary information and things like that. But I've got a really simple how-to so you can get a really nice view of the Google map here. And because it's a little bit more work to get that done, I really encourage you to do that because it is a differentiator. Again, when you're competing for business, you want to make sure that you're using every opportunity to drive that appointment, right? So if you have a nice Google map and another competitor does not, well, guess what? Advantage to you. Okay. So here's the mobile emulator I talked about. So I think I picked just a smartphone here. It's probably a iPhone or Android. And what does mobile responsiveness mean? Mobile responsiveness basically means that the content on the page that you're looking at automatically not only resizes, but because just simply resizing doesn't really help, but really it changes the format so that it's easily viewable based upon the size of the window. So remember on the home page, this was a banner with the free security assessment that went across the entire page. So what it did here was it basically stacked the information and put the image below it, right? So it's not simply just resizing the text. It's actually rearranging how the images look on the page. And again, everything works uh, just like it does on a website. And this is in the palm of your prospects or client's hand now, right? So this is really, really fantastic example of mobile responsiveness, all the way down to the blog posts, the tweets, all these cool little widgets, right? I mean, think of the impression that you give to a prospect or a client when you present them your new website, right? It's very engaging, and you really want to leverage cutting edge technology in your website because that's what your clients expect. They want to make sure that the person that they select to do their to be their strategic technical resource and bring them um, solutions on a quarterly basis and really be that valuable strategic partner is actually eating their own caviar, as it were, right? So now you have ways to engage with them and communicate them through your website. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, we can also integrate the links to your PSA solution, to your RMM tool, to your desktop remote control solution into the header of your site. Let me jump back over there and see if I have those up here in the example. So up here, there's the phone number, email us, open a support ticket, start a remote control session, right? Very important and key. You want to make it easy for your clients to get a hold of you. And then you also have your social media. Uh, ways for them to follow you and retweet and things like that. So guess what? You engage with us, you receive your website. I have a slide for this, I'm gonna step on it, but basically we turn it around for you in 10 days, 10 business days, and then you have 30 days to migrate it to your own host. And we give you very specific instructions on how to do that. In fact, this is our support, one of the support pages in our support site for this new SEO WordPress website 4.0 that you will get access to. And it basically encourages you to do the 13 things that I recommend you do to maximize the impact of your site when you migrate it from our staging site to your live host now. We have training videos and documentation that teach you how to optimize and use every bit of the site, how to post your blog posts, how to change your menu items. Let's say that you don't, deliver a particular service or solution. Well, there's a quick how-to on how to tweak and optimize what shows up in your menus and things like that. Create and add your Google Maps API key to your site. I just talked about that and why that's important. Configure, remove, or add your client testimonials and images to your homepage. Update your client logos on your homepage. There's an instruction here on how to properly upload a new logo here. How to add new or remove unneeded pages from your site. I just mentioned that. Configure your email plugins. We include Constant Contact and MailChimp plugins. There's a bunch of other plugins here. Because we're based on the universal WordPress platform, it makes it easier for you to find just about any kind of a plugin that you would need to really add additional functionality to your site. Activate the Akismet Trackback Anti-Spam plugin. I recommend that because folks crawl websites and they find the email address and they start spamming you. Well, this Akismet anti-spam plugin is fantastic. It is one of the best plugins to block noise. I can't recommend it strongly enough. Configure your Twitter plugins, and there's some other widgets that rotate tweets on your site. We teach you how to configure those. And again, you have to do that because it's your Twitter um, account, etc. Teach you how to schedule those blog posts. And then optionally, you can activate your WooCommerce plugin and set up your WooCommerce store. And then finally, migrate your website to your own hosting within 30 days. We have a plugin specifically for that, and it makes it real easy for you to just go to another WordPress basic hosting platform, and then using this plugin, transfer that site to the new site and get everything up and running. And then we also have a link here to the official WordPress online manual and documentation. So, you can go as deep as you want to go here. You can basically just manage the site as we provide it to you, and keep it relevant and fresh with some, easy every couple of weeks, post a blog post, or you can schedule those out for the entire year in advance and tweak and tune that, or you can get really deep into WordPress. The take-home message here is you don't have to be a web developer or a programmer to immediately take advantage of the site and maximize the benefits of it for your marketing and lead generation efforts. But if you do choose to go deeper than that, then absolutely it is a full-fledged website platform, so you can optimize it to your heart's content. All right, over 100 amazing features. I'm not going to sit here and read these to you, but hopefully you can tell how excited I am about this new version of our WordPress websites that we continue to develop and deliver every couple of years for you, just to stay on top of, the best way to brand, increase lead generation outcomes, and provide you a competitive advantage, and use that website as part of your overall marketing strategy. We work with thousands of solution provider partners all over the world, really, but the one thing, that surprises me every time I hear it, and I hear it often enough to where it's a big deal, and why we continue to do these types of websites for you, is when a sales professional or an account executive stands up and says, you know what, I don't ever send prospects or customers to our website because I'm embarrassed. It doesn't help the sales process. Holy cow. That's not a red flag, to get something going. I mean, nothing will get you to change. So, you want to make sure that you're accelerating sales velocity and shortening sales cycles with your website, with your marketing collateral, with your sales process, and make sure that all of that is aligned, right? Make sure that all of it is aligned. I mean, take what we've written on your website and create your marketing material from it, so it's in alignment. Use the same images and background colors and things like that, so that you can make sure that there's a cohesive sales sensibility around how you're promoting your services and solutions. And oh, by the way, once you get your site, you can change all the fonts, you can change the color scheme, you can change the images to your heart's content. I mean, you have full control. We turn it over to you. You have the administrative rights now. We're not like some organizations that basically charge you every month and then you have to open up service tickets to get any changes done to your website. No, this is your site. We're going to turn it over to you. You host it, you manage it, it's yours. And the best thing about it is it takes less than 10 minutes for you to provide us some key pieces of information, and we automate this in our online platform for you, again, making it efficient and cost effective for us to deliver these sites for you. And then we turn it around for you in 10 business days. It is live in our staging platform. We give you the keys to the kingdom. You now then go in and take care of those 13 things that I recommend you do before you migrate your site to your own host. So here's just a screenshot of that one page in our support site that talks about those 13 things after you receive your site. Really simple to do. And so I've got a couple of testimonials from our previous version of this site, which this site, I mean, it blows the Web 3.0 version away, just from a web mobile friendly one page. It brings it into the new look and feel of the sites that we're now seeing out there, putting us back on the cutting edge of things. So Russell, when he got his Web 3.0 version of the site, said we've been running our site for 2 weeks and are ranked #1 for managed services in his city already. He just got back from seeing his first lead driven from the website through the contact form function. Amazing. John Mitchell from J. Mitchell Consulting basically stood up on a rooftop and said, hey, this is one of the most cost-effective Best Buys I've ever done for my business. Thank you. And I can see why, because of all of the expertise that we put into it. And we used to sell websites, custom websites to partners like yourselves for many thousands of dollars, many thousands of dollars. So, this is really us pouring everything that we continue to learn every single year about marketing and lead generation and website and things like that, and giving it to you in a turnkey solution. So not only are you going to get the website and how to configure it and do all that, but I've done, I think, 4 videos or maybe more, maybe there's 8 videos now, I can't remember, on just best practices on optimizing SEO, lead generation, and things like that, and blogging. And that's almost a $500 value by itself. Those 40 pre-written blog posts, I've written them myself. I've optimized them myself for you. If you were to pay $35 each for those, which you can get some folks to blog. Now, the really good bloggers that understand your industry and understand how to do this specifically for you, obviously it's going to be much higher, but just using a $35 per blog post number, that's a $1,400 value, all included with this new offering. Heather Reamer from Computer Care LLC is so kind to send me this awesome testimonial here. Thanks to SPC's guidance, we're now able to partner with the types of clients we most enjoy working with, and we're seeing higher profits across the board. So your website will attract the right audience for you, right? Depending upon what your website looks like and how it's written and how it's optimized, it determines who's going to reach out to you, right? If your website looks like, you're doing, reactive break-fix services, and you're posting your rates at $50 an hour, guess who you're going to attract, right? You really want to reflect a consultative IT organization, an organization that is going to take your clients by the hand and become their strategic business partner and have QBRs every quarter so that you're continuing to deliver more services and solutions into their environment that reduce risk, alleviate pain, eliminate noise, and help them be more productive, right? That's what this site is going to help you do. So why wait for leads? Sign up and get our 10-day new improved SEO WordPress website 4.0 solution with all of these amazing features I've just talked about, these blog posts, etc. And like I said, we used to charge thousands of dollars for sites just like this. So browse over to www.spc-intl.com/store, and you're looking for the website on the right. This is the new 4.0 website. We also offer our 3.0 website on the left at a reduced investment now, but I really want you to move toward this new paradigm of mobile-friendly, one-page, SEO, geo-optimized SEO website here. $7.95. So visit our store, $7.95, and we'll turn your website around for you in 10 business days. And then all you've got to do is do a couple of small tweaks, and the ones I recommend, I really encourage you to do. But that's up to you. And then migrate it. You've got 30 days to migrate it to your own hosting. Now, if you have any questions, want to speak to somebody about this amazing offer, send an email over to partnersupport@spc-intl.com, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you or get on a quick call and help you make the right decision to invest in a website that is going to help increase your lead generation outcomes, help accelerate your sales velocity, and something that you'll be proud of to include in your sales process. Thanks very much, everyone. Appreciate your time today, and we'll talk again soon.